Good morning and welcome back to the Daily Vibe. Happy Monday, guys. Happy Monday.
Good morning.
Yeah. This morning we woke up and it was like we were in a cloud.
Yeah, it was very, very, very foggy. I mean, there's a little bit of fog over there on the mountain, but you couldn't even see the mountain this morning.
Yeah, see the fog up there?
Yeah.
You can kind of see it. But no, we walked down to the bus stop and it was literally like we were in a cloud. Couldn't see more than like, I don't know, 10, 15 feet in front of you, maybe.
We were in a cloud. It wasn't like we were in a cloud.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We were in a cloud. It was pretty nice though, but it was a lot warmer than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I'm sure the cloud was keeping all the heat in, and it's supposed to be like in the 90s this week. Which, it's officially fall now.
I know, I want it to cool off. I don't want it to be in the 90s anymore.
I know.
I want it to be in the 70s.
Well,
That's what I want. 70s with an ocean breeze.
well, we're still in September, so we still got like another week, and then it'll be October, and then like fall will hit us like in the face.
I know.
You know.
I just want it here now.
I know, me too.
Like right now, it's like humid and hot.
It's a little
Hot's not the right word to use, but it's not cold.
Yeah, it's definitely not sweater weather.
No, and I promise you, with the temperature right now, you can just think of what's coming today. Like later on, it's going to be hot today.
Hot
I
and
can already
humid.
tell.
Humid.
It's going to be like a jungle.
Yeah. Cause
My coffee.
yeah, I will say it did rain this weekend.
Oh yeah, it rained a bunch this weekend.
Probably.
A ton.
Oh, look, the dogs just noticed we were over here. It probably rained every day this weekend. It even rained yesterday for very little though, like
Yeah.
a very short period of time. But Saturday and Friday it just poured.
Yeah, I woke up this morning and came outside and I thought it actually rained last night, but it didn't. It was just because it was so humid. It looks like it rained.
Yeah,
like,
well, that and it did rain
you know.
yesterday a little bit, and
but it dried up a little tiny bit. So
yeah, but it still didn't dry up enough to where you could even notice that.
no, that's all right though. That's okay. Weather is kind of weird. I've been reading a whole bunch on different things, and you guys might have too. There's so many people that are predicting that this winter is going to be like horrible. I've seen it all over the place.
Yeah, it's gonna be. They say it's gonna be rough. I do remember them saying last year was supposed to be kind of rough too, and it wasn't too bad except for we had that big Arctic blast, which was that was kind of intense.
Yeah, and so I mean, hearing it from multiple people that the weather is going to be so bad this winter, it makes me kind of worried because last year, I don't know if you guys remember, but our well did freeze. This well right over here. Let me see, right here. This can go around. So this well did freeze inside here, even though it was insulated. Well, it wasn't really insulated too much.
We didn't have the well house yet at the time.
We had the well house. We didn't have insulation inside there, but anyway, and here is where it broke.
I thought
No, we had the well house.
I thought it was just wrapped up, and that was part of the reason why we built it.
It was exactly like this, but there was no insulation in it. And so after it broke, that's when me and Gary went around here and we like wrapped the whole thing in insulation. But I mean, there's about weeds around it right now anyway. You can't even get into it.
A big old orb weaver hanging out on it.
Yeah, I've seen that. 2 of them.
2 of them.
Yeah. But with the weather, everybody, you know, Ryan Hall, all these other weather things, everybody's saying that, oh, you know, El Nino's coming, Arctic blast again. All these weather events are going to be happening this winter. I really hope not. Excuse me, I hope I don't get too bad. We are a little bit more prepared this year, as Roxanne said, than previous years, but
For the first time, and this is going to be our, 3rd winter here,
yeah.
you know?
But it's still, I mean, when you get down to like last year, it was -30 with the wind chill -30.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it wasn't.
But it was, I mean, there was wind.
Yeah.
So it was, you know, 0 degrees, 1 degree outside, and then the wind picks up and it brings it down to -30, and I think that's why everything froze.
Oh, it was so cold.
It was ridiculously cold.
It was freezing.
But that kind of stuff worries me because all these pines we got everywhere and the ice and everything, and that's what is the real big problem around here is the ice.
Yeah, well, it weighs so much.
Exactly.
Ice and snow.
That's how some of our trees down by the pond
tipped over.
have fallen over. Yeah, it's because of the
Yeah.
ice on them.
Yeah, like that big cedar right there by the pond as you're walking down to the pathway. That one fell during that Arctic blast.
Yeah, it's too much ice.
Yeah.
Too heavy.
Well, I'm
So, I don't know.
I'm prepared for it, but I'm not. Because it's hard to say what we're going to get into until we start getting into it.
Yeah, so we're going to have to see.
But as long as the power stays on, which I think we only had a power outage one time last year during the winter. Or was it twice?
It was one day, it was out for like 12 hours. But
and that was during the
cold.
Arctic blast.
Yeah, well, the Arctic blast, like, happened like tonight, I'm just saying, right?
Yeah.
And we woke up in the morning and the power was off.
Yeah.
And the water was off, everything was off.
Yeah.
And then the power came back on like 12 hours later, but our water still didn't come on, and you know, everything was frozen.
Yeah, we had to wait for that to get taken care of, and then...
Well, me and Gary, we had to come over to the well. I had to bring my little like heat gun, I guess you'd say. It was a heat gun. And we had to thaw out the pipes, and one of them broke, and
yeah,
it was a pain.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, I'd rather it, I hate to say it this way, but I'd rather it break right over here than like underneath my house or in the wall or anything like that, you know.
Or our filter house thing right there, which at the time too, I don't think during that Arctic blast, I don't think we had the filter house built yet.
Yeah, we did.
We did?
Had all that stuff built. We built it all specifically for all that was coming. It was gonna freeze, and that's why we the Arctic blast was coming. That's why we hurried up and built that. We had like some scraps left over and like some 2x4s and different things, and we stopped what we were doing and we put that well house or the filter house on because we knew that if we didn't, it was gonna freeze and we'd be in big trouble.
Yeah.
So we had to hurry up and do that.
And then we installed the frost freeze free hose. No, we did that when we
did that later. Remember I had the trash can over it? Remember on the other one I remember I have videos of it. Like I wrapped it all up with insulation and put like a trash can over it to try to help with the wind and all that stuff before we had the frost free.
Yeah.
That's what she's talking about, the hydrant over here? Or wherever it's at, right over here. You don't remember that?
Well, I was gonna say I thought we did that not last winter, the winter before.
I don't remember exactly when we did it, but I remember putting the insulation on it.
Yeah, I remember the trash can and stuff being over
just
it.
out here by itself, just a random trash can.
Yeah, just hanging
out in the dirt.
Because we didn't have the frost free was one.
No.
And the water lines. It was colder. I remember on the videos we're all wearing like big, thick our Carhartt jackets and stuff. So it was cold.
Yeah, it was getting cold.
I'm not.
Makes me kind of want to think of getting like an emergency supply of food. Have you guys seen those? I'm sure you guys have. Those. I wish I can buy like a couple cases of MREs. Not ones that are about to expire either, because they do sell them online. Actual real Army MREs. But usually the ones you can find online, they're about to expire like the year you buy them, or they just expired. Different things like that, but those would be good to have, stuff like that, but they're really expensive.
Just like everything else.
Everything's so expensive right now, it's insane. Like, haven't you guys been to the grocery store? Look how higher the prices of food
Oh, it's ridiculous.
at the grocery store is now compared to just last year.
Yeah, it's bad.
I mean, you would know better than me. She does all the shopping, right? But like, you cannot go to Walmart without spending $100
Yeah, at least.
every time you go in there.
Yeah, and we do have a food budget, but I've had to like up our food budget a little bit because I can't get everything we need.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying.
For food wise, and like, you know, and of course if you're trying to save money or you want to save money, like the first thing you should cut is like your food costs, because that's the easiest in a sense. Right? Used to be. Yeah, because I mean that's where you could get the most savings, was when you kind of cut back on the food a little bit and maybe not buy steaks, you know, as much.
Man, we haven't had steaks in months.
Yeah, you can't afford them.
Like, I haven't had a steak in like 6 months, right? And that's fine.
Yeah, I think our anniversary was the last time we had steaks.
So May.
Yeah.
So maybe not 6 months, but feels like 6 months. Almost 6 months, I guess.
It's been a while. It's been a long while.
In like a month, it'll be 6 months.
Yeah.
You know, it's insane, guys, because, you know, there's a lot of people maybe even some of you guys. I mean, you're on a fixed income, right? You're on whatever it may be, a fixed income, retired, whatever. And when the cost of food goes up so high like it's been doing, it really puts a damper in everything. Like everything. Because like you were saying, instead of a $300 a month, $400, $500 a month food budget, and you get this much, well, now that costs $700 and you get the same amount.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, well, I still need the same amount.
Yeah, my food consumption hasn't changed.
Yeah, I mean, I can go strictly buy rice and beans, you know, beans and rice kind of thing, but who wants to do that forever?
I know. The thing I wish is, like, right now, all we have is Walmart here. I wish we had, like, an actual grocery store in town. Back in Vegas, I could save, you know, quite a bit of money with, like, the coupons and, like, buying stuff that's on sale, like, on the ads and stuff. But out here, Walmart doesn't have that.
No.
And they don't, you know, yeah, I could get the coupons online or whatever. They do that, but it's not like a real grocery store. You know what I mean?
Well, she would always do the couponing in Vegas, what she's saying, and she would save quite a bit of money.
Oh, I would pride myself on it.
You know?
I would, like, I'd have my whole thing, and I'd even write down the prices, and, like, I knew exactly how much money I was going to spend at the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
And now when I go to Walmart, like, I know, but I don't know.
And I am not a fan of Walmart.
So.
Like, for pure grocery shopping only.
Me too.
It's all we have here. I mean, it's not worth the gas money going an hour away to a grocery store. So we're stuck with Walmart. And, you know, like I was saying, the cost of living is going up. And with fixed incomes for some people, that doesn't go up. You get this, and that's that.
Yeah, well, your income doesn't go up.
That's what I'm saying. Your fixed income is this, is A. Cost is B. Well, B keeps going up, but A never moves. So it's like, what do you do? So you try to supplement with different things. Oh, that's the spider, right?
The spider's still there. Protecting its
The spider's
eggs.
still in that bush. Well, he's gonna have to. She's gonna have to deal with what she's got to do with.
Yeah. She's almost to the ground now.
That's all right. So emergency food. I told Roxanne she should go get. You know, like before the winter really hits. I told her, you know, maybe we can get like those big giant bags of like beans and dried foods, right? And rice, and get like 20 pounds of sugar and flour.
Yeah.
A ton of flour.
I tried to, like last year, if like I knew it was going to be frozen that night, you know, and it was going to be down for a couple days, I tried to go to the store before that came.
Yeah.
And get some supplies. That way we're ready for it. Because sometimes we're trapped over here in the house. Like, we don't leave for a week or two, just depending on
Yeah, because we can't leave.
Yeah, just depending on how bad the weather gets, the ice and stuff.
Well, that's what I'm saying, right? So if she can get some of that stuff, at least we'd be good. If we plan for it and prepare for it. It's going to have to be one of those every year things, guys, I think, over here. Because every single year, well, we've only been here, this will be the third one, but the past 2 winters, there's been times, like you said, we haven't been able to leave. Like, we literally cannot leave.
I think last year was the worst.
Because the roads are all iced out.
Yeah.
I mean, the bus don't even show up.
Yeah.
You know, and so the kids don't go to school. The bus doesn't show up. And then last year, there's a hill. It's not a massive hill, but there's a hill right before you come down to one of the streets you turn, or roads you turn to come over here. Remember, it was all super muddy.
Oh, yeah.
And my truck was just going almost sideways, and you can like fall off the side of the road. So it was like into the woods, right? And it was freaking me out. And that was right when the ice melted. We were like, we got to get to town. We're, you know,
yeah, because
we haven't been there in 2 weeks. We got to go.
Yeah, that's the other downside of everything. Yeah, you get the ice and it looks pretty and it's cold and you can't leave, but then afterwards it melts and then you have to deal with the mud. And that's sometimes, if not worse than the ice.
Yeah.
You know?
So I think this winter, guys, I think we're going to start pre-planning a little bit better than the last 2 years. Because now we kind of really have a better knowing of what's about to go down.
True.
So
we're a little bit more prepared now too, because last year we were in the house, but we had those little space heaters and.
We'll be good with the Mr. Cools. They're doing really good.
Yeah.
Um,
We haven't tried the heat yet, but
it could be coming on. We just don't know it.
true. Could have came on a
Because
couple.
it's on auto, so I'm sure
Yeah, there's been a couple mornings where it's a little really chilly.
outside in the house is exactly where we have it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you're gonna be smelling like the heat come on those. I don't know. Not sure.
I don't know. It kicked on in Thunderdome the other day, and
You could smell it.
I could smell it.
So if that kicked on, then it should have kicked on in here.
I'm sure it did.
You would think, and didn't smell nothing. So
I mean, it just depends on if it gets, below 72 in there.
yeah,
That's
we have
where
it
it's
set to 72 right now.
Yeah. So.
But anyway, yeah. So we're gonna make a big plan of stuff that we need to get for the winter. Because I was reading, like I said, some stuff this morning. Polar vortexes and El Ninos and all these different things, and they're predicting a really bad winter everywhere around here, and the Midwest and California and everywhere, the Northeast, Northwest.
Well, California got pretty bad. I mean, they got all that snow and stuff last year.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
if California is getting hit pretty bad weather like they're doing, then yeah, it's gonna be a fun one this year. Let's hope not. Let's hope it's not too bad, guys. But you guys should plan some stuff too. Get some emergency supplies ready to go. Food and water and
Yeah.
different things. Because
Backup energy source.
Yes.
Even if it's just a little, like a little tiny generator or something. Just something to where you could plug a little heater or something into.
yeah.
Just for warmth,
Yeah, definitely, guys. Even like if you're in like an apartment, right? Or something like that. Look into some of those solar generators like we've shown them, like the Jackery, the Blue Eddies, stuff like that. Even a small one that you can afford is way better than nothing, because if the power grid goes out, I mean, you need something, right? Charge your phone, plug in a heater, even just for a little bit, kind of a thing. If you can, get a gas generator, which I'm sure probably a lot of you guys have one, have a backup. You don't need to power the whole community, so you don't have to get a giant massive one, right? Just a small one.
Yeah, just something to keep you, warm if it's too cold. Make some food, depending on how long the power's out for, if it goes out,
Yeah, like
Just ease of life.
I would say like a 2500, no smaller, for the gas generators, right?
Hey.
If the power's gonna be out for a long time, because that way you can plug in like an Instapot on that, and you can have a heater running.
Yeah.
Right at the same time, or you can get a little hot plate, right?
Yeah.
And you can cook off of that thing.
Yeah, we got
Works
that.
just fine. We have that. So, but we got some stuff to do this morning, guys. We got to get going to town. So
Yeah, the squirrels are out.
squirrels are out.
Yeah.
They are, and the cats are chasing them. So,
Yeah.
but stay safe, guys. Stay motivated. Be prepared.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Guys, have a great day.
Coming sooner than we think.
I know it. I know it. Have a great day, guys. Like I said, stay safe, stay motivated, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.